Today we are going to study about a different angle. Till the last class we had studied adjacent angles, that means neighboring angles. Now today we will study complementary angles. You can see a angle PQR. Now the instrument used to measure angle is called protractor. So first we will learn exactly what is a complementary angle. Before going to complementary angle, we will learn what is a right angle. Basically, a right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degree. You can see in the diagram, we will draw ray QR. We will draw ray QR and place the protractor at point Q. And place the protractor at point Q and mark the point 90, sharp at 90, and you will see now angle PQR. It is said to be a right angle, and you can see there is a rectangle indication shown inside the angle. Children, always remember that rectangle indication explains that it is a right angle, symbolizes that it is a right angle. We will take any point S in its interior, that is inside the angle, and we will draw ray QS. Point Q is the end point and S is the extended part of the ray. So ray QS. Don't call it SQ. Now we will add the measures of angle PQS and SQR. PQS and SQR. These two angles are an example of adjacent angle too. Why? Because they have a common vertex point Q, they have a common arm QS, and angle PQS and angle SQR both have separate interiors. So they are pair of adjacent angles. You can see how the interiors are separated. Now if we add these two angles and after addition, what is going to be their sum? You will find if the sum of the measures of two angles is 90, then they are known as complementary angles. Basically, in simple words, what do we mean by complementary angle? They can be a pair of adjacent angles or any two angles, not compulsorily adjacent, any two angles when they are added. When two angles are added or summed up, the summation of these two angles is said to be 90 degree and hence they are known as complementary angles. So two angles, when they measure, sum of their measures are 90 degree, we are going to call them complementary. Here you can see an example, angle PQS and angle SQR are mutually complementary angles because they are adjacent angles too. So I hope you have understood the concept of complementary angles. Two angles, when we sum up, they give us the addition should be equal to 90. You can see example 1. Observe the angles in the figure enter the proper number in the box. You can see there is an angle drawn. The first figure, angle ABC. Now children, very important, angle ABC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the measure of angle ABC. Now what you can see on the screen is measure. Small m denotes measure. Don't write capital M, it will create a misconception. Small m, and the sign after m is the sign used for denoting angle. So from the diagram we can write measure of angle ABC is equal to 40 degree. Angles are measured in degree, and protractor is the geometrical instrument used to measure angle. You can see the second diagram. If I have to write the measure of the second angle, how will I write? Again, a small m. This indicates measure, and the next symbol denotes angle. So measure of angle PQR is equal to 50 degree. Now, when I was explaining you complementary angle, I explained you if two angles are summed up and if their measures are 90 degree, then it is said to be a complementary angle. You can see here angle, measure of angle ABC plus measure of angle PQR is equal to 40 degree plus 50 degree, which is equal to 90 degree. This means that these two angles are complementary angles. See, the sum of the measures of angle ABC and angle PQR is 90. So they are said to be complementary angles. That means when two angles are added and after addition you get the answer as 90, that means it is a complementary angle. Another example we are going to study. Find the measure of the complement of an angle of measure 70. Now, two angles if you add and if the answer is 90, then it is a pair of complementary angle. Now what we have here is find the measure of the complement of an angle of measure 70 degree. One angle whose measure is given is 70 degree. You have to find the complement of that angle. That means which angle will be added to 70 that it will give us a measure of 90. Now let the measure of complementary angle be x. One angle is 70 and let the other angle which is to be found out, let the measure of the other complementary angle be x. Now two angles when they are added, after addition it should be equal to 90. So 70 plus x is equal to 90. Now 70 with the x, when it is added, it is written x plus 70. But when it comes to the opposite side of x, plus becomes minus. So x is equal to 90 minus 70. That means x is equal to 20 degree. So the answer we get is that the measure of the complement of an angle of measure 70 degree is 20. Now what we conclude is, if 70 is the measure of the angle, the complement will be 20. This indicates how two angles when they are added, they form a complementary angle. Now, angles of measure A plus 15 degree and 2A degree are complementary. Now it is already given that they are complementary. What is the measure of each angle? Instead of A plus 15 and 2A, we have to find the value of A. Now, since A plus 15 and 2A are complementary, that means when these two angles are added, their summation should be 90. Hence, we can write a plus 15 plus 2a is equal to 90. Now you can see a plus 2a. Now if you have 2 chocolates and you get one more chocolate, it becomes 3 chocolates. Similarly, like terms meaning all the a's will take together and will take the numbers together. So a plus 2a is equal to 3a. So I can write 3a plus 15 is equal to 90. Now when 15 was with a, it was written plus 15. But when it comes to the opposite side of a, it becomes minus 15. Now here it is 3a. So 3a is equal to 90 minus 15. That means 3a is equal to 75. 90 minus 15 is equal to 75. Now 3a, it actually means 3 multiplied by a. When 3 is with a, it is multiplied. But when it comes on the opposite side of the a, it becomes divided. So a is equal to 75 divided by 3. That means a is equal to 25. Now you can see one angle was a plus 15. We have got a. A is equal to 25. So a plus 15 will be 25 plus 15. That means a plus 15 is equal to actually 40. Now 2a. We know a is 25. So 2a will be equal to 2 into 25. That is 50 degree. So angle of measures a plus 15 and 2a are complementary. That means 40 plus 50 gives you 90 degree when a is equal to 25. So they form a pair of complementary angle. This is what is the concept of complementary angle. I hope you have understood the concept of complementary angle.